As the fox is walking by, I put my hand on the rifle. Immediately the fox stops and looks at me with those piercing wild green eyes. I have this overwhelming feeling of knowing the fox knows me, knows the unnecessary fear we have of each other. This understanding all locked in that one strange dream moment. I woke up an hour later, remembered it vividly. Oh, spooky, spooky. Down the hill from the house, about 200 yards in the woods, there's an old mound about 15 foot in diameter, perfectly circular, about 4 foot high. I cannot perfectly articulate the strange occurrences around this mound, but I definitely pick up on some kind of vibes, whatever that means, in the area. The first thing that happened, right when I was walking past the mountain night about a year ago, this massive timber rattler is just sitting coiled up on the edge. I think that's a snake. We're going to assume it's a snake. On the edge of the path about 30 feet from the mound, and rattles its tail at me and the dogs. Loud as H-E-C-K, I jump about a mile. We left it alone and kept on going. Okay, so the snake rattled its tail really loud and scared the person. That's a good trick. Remember that, folks. Shake your tail really loudly and people will run. Besides those two events, I cannot tell you how many times I've been spooked. Wait. Okay, we skipped over a paragraph. Now, 2 weeks later, we're going through the exact same spot, and I see a set of eyes close together near the ground coming towards us from the path by the mound. My dogs perk up and start running towards it. I think it's one of our cats, but I see the stripe of it. It's a skunk. And it gets both of my dogs as I'm trying to get the dogs off. I walk through the cloud of stench that sticks to my clothes, smells like burnt rubble, which really concentrated. Paragraph unskipped. Besides these two events, I cannot tell you how many times I've been spooked near the mound. These two events seem mild and kind of what would happen if you passed a forest. But I digress. My senses get heightened, go into overdrive, hearing amplified, and it seems like there's some kind of noise that emanates from this immediate area. Frogs will start chattering loudly all of a sudden. Packs of crows will burst out of the bush nearby. Hawks overhead. Last night I was walking by when I was struck by a bolt of fear. I saw a shadow that seemed to jump outright as I walked by. Probably my imagination. But for some reason, the fear bolted through me like the kind that sucks your breath away. Woo! Floods you with adrenaline. I'm not really that jumpy of a person. Maybe it's my imagination. Maybe I'm just superstitious. I know. You know? I don't know. That's what it says. I don't understand. It feels like there's a spirits that stay near the mound. They're not necessarily bad, but they seem to almost be kind of trickerish. You mean tricky? Laughing in a joking way when I get startled. We understand what a trick is. Poof. I tend to keep my distance when I can. I never mess/stand on the mound. I try and respect it, leave it alone as much. I wonder what would happen if you stood on it. Would you become a ghost? Is that how the ghosts are made? I am not willing to stand on it, but if somebody... Well, that would probably be disrespectful. Don't stand on large indigenous mounds or any sort of mounds. Ever. Be respectful. Because you get haunted that way. There's a little shop down the hill from the house. The lone street light on the power pole was by the shop started winking on and off really creepily last fall. It seemed like to do when I was outside at night. I ended up shooting out the bulb with a BB gun. This person has so many guns! Maybe one of these guns has a ghost attached to it, and that's why you're having all these problems. My goodness, my ghostness. Then about a month ago, my dogs are raising H-E-C-K all of a sudden at 8 p.m. And he uses that phrase a lot, this person. And I go to the porch to listen when the boom, boom, the whole front yard lights up like lightning, and there's a boom like a cannon, and all the lights go out. I run inside with the dogs and grab the shotgun, surprise, and completely panicked, like, what is going on? A tiny branch fell off the transformer box at the top of the power pole and caused it to blow. It freaked me the H-E-C-K out. I don't remember there being any wind that would have knocked the branch down. It was weird how right when I walked out the porch, look up, it blew up like that. Sometimes you get lucky. You see fireworks in the middle of non-firework time. At least 3 times I've had huge branches fall near the house when there's no wind. Like, I'll just be outside doing something and crack, huge branch will come crashing down. One time it's only about 15 feet away. I guess if you spend enough time outside, you have these things happen, ? You're the one who seems to to be the expert. I don't know. Probably. Okay, the comment later is quite interesting. When we've had 4 known tornadoes, okay, I'm going to stop reading this now because it seems like it's just a lot of odd natural occurrences that you're associating with ghosts, and because you've been heightened with these strange bones, which is probably why you're being haunted to begin with, it just seems like people told you that this place is haunted. Your wife seemed spooked out. Perhaps she felt it was haunted. All of these factors are contributing to you thinking it's haunted. I don't believe it's haunted. I believe you're just really unlucky when it comes to nature. The one comment says, this isn't very helpful, but they say, the bones are new, the blue porch is common. Thank you for your opinion on that person's ghost story. I don't know, this one seems a bit silly. What do you think? Or not silly, just, well, random.